Magic Tree House, Book Number 37, Rhinos at Recess, by Mary Pope Osborne. Chapter 9, Message Received. "Look, we found Rosie and her baby," Annie shouted. She patted Rosie's thick gray hide. The Rangers walked slowly and carefully toward Jack, Annie, and the two rhinos. "I named her baby Rosita," said Annie. "Ah, wonderful. She looks to be about a week old," said Shawnee. "Where did you find them?" asked Jomo. "They found us," said Jack. "They came out from the bushes." He pointed to the thicket. "And Rosie didn't bother you?" said Jomo. "No, not at all," said Annie. "We watched them take a mud bath. Then they followed us back here. And then, well, we all became good friends." "What happened to you?" Jack asked the Rangers. "We went on a wild goose chase," said Shawnee. "No sightings of a chopper near the west gate. But we heard it was spotted over this area. Did you see it?" "Yes," Annie said simply. "You did?" said Shawnee. "What happened?" "It landed," said Jack. "Right here." "What? It landed here?" said Jomo. "Yep," Jack said. "Oh my gosh, what happened?" asked Shawnee. "Did the poachers see Rosie?" "Yep, but we convinced them to leave her alone, and her baby too," said Annie. How in the world did you do that?" asked Shawnee. Well, we just shared some information with them," Jack said. He held up the booklet. "We told them that the rhino family has been on Earth for at least 30 million years, said Annie. "So basically, rhinos have as much right to be here as we do." Jomo and Shawnee looked confused. "And the poachers listened to you?" said Jomo. Jack shrugged. "Somehow they seemed to get the message," he said. "Yep, message received," said Annie. "Now we just hope they'll tell the other poachers what they learned here." "I can't believe this," Jomo said, shaking his head. "It sounds like a miracle," said Shawnee. "It was, sort of," said Jack. "Oh, look, there's your bus," said Jomo, pointing down the road. The safari ride was bumping along the road in the distance. "Great, they've probably been very worried about you," said Shawnee. "Do you mind if we leave you here?" said Jomo. "We have to get a transport crew to help haul Rosie and her calf back to our camp." "Oh no, we don't mind," said Jack. He was relieved. Now the Rangers wouldn't find out they'd never been on the bus. "The other Rangers will be overjoyed to see her," said Shawnee. "And her baby." "Great," said Annie. "And don't forget to take Speedy with you." "Oh, we won't," said Shawnee. "We're sorry we left him behind. Thanks for taking good care of him." Annie gave the bush baby one last hug. She whispered in his ear. Speedy jabbered softly to her. Annie whispered again. Speedy jabbered again. "Sorry, guys, we should hurry," said Jomo. "Oh, sure. Bye, Speedy," said Annie. She gave the bush baby to Shawnee. "Thanks for whatever you said to the poachers," said Shawnee. "I can hardly believe they just left," said Jomo. "We hardly believe it ourselves," said Jack. "Well, thank you," said Shawnee. She and Jomo walked back to their jeep and climbed inside. The jeep started up. It wheeled around and bounced away over the dirt road. Jack looked over his shoulder. "The bus is getting close," he said to Annie. He put the booklet into his pocket. "We have to go home." "Bye, Rosita," said Annie. She put her arms around the baby rhino and gave her a hug. "Be a good girl." The baby looked as if she was smiling at Annie. "Bye, Mama," Annie said to Rosie. "Your baby is beautiful. Congratulations. Wait right here for the transport team. They'll take you to your friends at the camp." "Bye, Rosie and Rosita," said Jack. Then he surprised himself. He leaned over and kissed Rosie on the side of her leathery gray head. "I hope you live a long, happy life," he murmured. The rhino grunted, but in a warm, friendly way. Jack felt tears come to his eyes. "Okay, let's go," Jack said, clearing his throat. "We have to hurry." Jack and Danny turned away from the rhinos and started running in the opposite direction from the bus. They ran down the dirt road. They dashed through the tall yellow grass. They ran to the rope ladder. Annie climbed up first. Jack followed. Inside the treehouse, they looked out the window. The safari ride had stopped, not far from Rosie and her baby. From the open-air bus, tourists were taking pictures of the two rhinos. Jack heard cries of wonder, oohs and ahs. "That's how it should be," said Annie. "All humans should love rhinos and tell their friends to love rhinos too." "Yep," said Jack. "I hope that keeps happening for a long time." "Like 30 million more years," said Annie. "At least," said Jack. "Ready?" He picked up the Pennsylvania book. He pointed at the picture of the Frog Creek woods. "I wish we could go there," he said. The wind started to blow. The treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster. Then everything was still. Absolutely still. Chapter 10. A Better Idea. Morning sunlight warmed the woods. Birdsong filled the air. No time at all had passed in Frog Creek. "We have just enough time to get back to recess," said Jack. "Good," said Annie. They climbed down the rope ladder and started through the woods. "That was an amazing adventure," said Annie. "Yeah, it really was," said Jack. He stopped. "But wait, did it really happen? I mean, that prehistoric rhino?" "What? You're asking that now?" said Annie. "After a million trips in the magic treehouse?" Jack laughed and kept walking. "Yeah, but it was so incredible." "It was real," said Annie. "We had eyewitnesses. Rosie, Rosita, Speedy, and the poachers." "Oh, yeah," said Jack. "Sure." He shook his head. "Great witnesses." "Seriously," said Annie. "Hey, I have a question," said Jack. "Before you gave Speedy to the Rangers, what were you two whispering about?" "I said, 'Be good and don't tell anyone our secret,'" said Annie. "Oh, yeah?" said Jack, smiling. "And what did Speedy answer?" "Well, you know Speedy," said Annie. "He said, 'Forget it. Of course I'm going to tell the other bush babies and the zebras, wildebeests, lions, elephants, frogs, mosquitoes, and—'" Okay, said Jack. He smiled. "And all things in the grasslands," Annie added. "And I said, 'Yes, tell them all.' And he said, 'They'll love the story. And furthermore—'" "Okay," said Jack, laughing. "Enough." Jack and Annie came out of the Frog Creek woods and started down the street toward their school. "Hold on," said Annie. "Are you sure we don't have time to run home real fast and get the folder for my project?" "I'm sure," said Jack. "There's no way we can go there and then get back to school on time." "Darn," said Annie. "Remember, you made a choice," said Jack. "Right, I did," said Annie. They passed the library and church. "So what will you tell your teacher about your science project?" said Jack. Annie frowned. "I'll just have to say I couldn't find my folder of pictures." "I have a better idea," said Jack. "What?" He felt in his back pocket. The booklet from the safari ride was still there. He pulled it out and held it up. "Show this to your class," he said. "Tell them about rhinos. And tell them about prehistoric rhinos. Tell them that present-day rhinos might disappear from the earth. Tell them that brave rangers like Shani and Jomo are trying to save them. Tell them the sad things and then the good things. That's your science project. Wow, Annie breathed. She took the booklet from Jack. I really do have something to say. You have something huge to say, said Jack. I hope everyone listens, said Annie. They will, if you tell it the right way, said Jack. By now, they were at the edge of the playground. The kids were still shouting and tossing balls and running races. Thanks, Jack, said Annie. Good luck, said Jack. Then the bell rang. Recess was over.